Okay, this video will now import into Micrograde. So I'm going to find my Micrograde program under Programs, Micrograde, Micrograde 6.12. Again, on the Mac, I think it's 6.13, but doesn't matter. Okay, I'm just going to start a new class. If they ask you a question about experienced user or not, um, or step through, you can do either one, but to me it's quicker to go through experienced user. Okay. So all the defaults right now for grade standards and preferences are all the defaults. Okay. So again, you could set those up first and then import your students, but the point of the video is just how to import. So I'm going to go straight to it. So I'm going to go to students and down here to student records, and we are going to import user defined. So I'm going to choose that. Okay. It's asking us select a file of students to import. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do it in the order that it's here. So ouch 2A period 3 roster. I'm going to open that. Now, if you had a header row in your file, okay, it would probably be selected. So you got to make sure you select the first row that has student information on it. Okay, for me, when I copied and pasted the files, yeah, I didn't have any header row, so I can start importing with record one, the first row. So if you have a header file, you got to select the second row. Okay, I'm going to hit continue. Okay, here's all the information I have. Again, if you added information, it would appear down here in each column. Okay, it would have more information. And basically, we're going to map the data to the import fields. Okay, so I'm going to choose, since 140340 is the ID number. Okay, grade, they don't have a import field for. Okay, so I'm going to put that in notes 1. Anything that they don't have a specific field for and you want to keep, you can put it into notes. Okay, F is for gender, so I'm going to choose that. They do have a import field for that. Okay, Arietta is her first name. Algalfa is her last name. Okay, this is her email. Okay, and I'm going to put her email in email 1. Okay, the comma is there to help you be able to copy and paste the whole column of emails into one email note. Um, so Lisa did that as a favor for us to make it easier. Okay, but we don't need that data, so I'm going to skip over it. Okay, this is the student's homeroom and homeroom teacher, which normally I don't really care about, but since I have that data, I'm going to put it in notes 2, and that's her homeroom teacher. I'm also going to put that in notes 2, so you can put more than one thing in notes, and notice each one will be its own line. Okay, and then this is the course number, which I don't really need. Okay, so I'm going to leave that blank. Now, if you did bother to put in other information, for example, I normally include the counselor's name and the counselor's email, and I put that email under email 2. Um, and you could map that as well. Okay, you won't really need a password. Okay, if you want to put in their phone numbers, you'd have to get that information before you import, at least on the Windows side. On the Mac side, I believe you can import more information to an already existing class. Okay, so we didn't have middle name. We didn't have a combined first last name, so we're pretty much done. Okay, before I say okay though, this will save me some time doing the next 3 periods. I'm going to click on Save Import Field Specification. Okay, what this will do is save this mapping so I don't have to do it each time. So I'm going to hit Save Import Field Specification, and this we've got to name it. So I'm going to call it Student Import Template. Okay, again, I'm going to save it to the desktop so it's easy for me to find, and I'll put it away later. Okay, now I'm going to say OK. Now it's going to ask me this question because by default It requires an ID and creates automatic IDs. So read the question carefully. Automatic IDs is selected. Replace IDs in import file. So they're asking, do you want to replace the ones that you're importing? Well, no, because I want the Iolani IDs. So I'm going to say no. It says import completed. Just click OK. Process 16 students. I'm finished. And here's my list of students. If you now choose a student, Shane Casey, go up to student records. This has the name, student ID, gender, their email. Notes 1, in this case, only has grade 10. Notes 2 has Shane's homeroom and homeroom teacher. Okay, and again, the WebGrade password we don't need, but that's all the information we imported. Again, if you had more columns in your spreadsheet and assigned more things like the phone numbers or email too, then it would do it. Okay, so that's it for this class. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this class. This was Alg 2A period 3. I'm going to hit save. Okay, and then now I'm going to go up and create a new class. Brand new class. Okay, this time when I import the students, I'm going to go students, import students, but since we saved our template, I'm just going to go down here to user defined template. Okay, when I choose that, the first question is select a file of students to import. So again, you have to choose the student file first. So I'm going to do Alg 2A period 4, click open. Now it's asking me for the template. So remember I called it student import template. It's right here on the desktop, so it's easy to find. I'm going to choose that, say open. It's asking me the same question about automatic IDs. No, I don't want to replace the automatic IDs. Okay, and look, I didn't have to map it. Import's complete. Hit finished. Here's my next class without having to remap it. Again, if you go to student records, okay, has all the information in there. Notes 1, notes 2. Okay, beautifully done. Finished. Okay, so you can continue importing all your students like this. And again, any other information in the student record that you want to add on, you could add on. Phone numbers, okay. Again, I normally put counselor's email here. So whoever the counselor is, okay, I would put that there. Save changes. Okay, and that's it. Good luck.